For the better part of a year, the royal media has been preparing us for an ending that never came. Quiet briefings, sombre think pieces, endless speculation about what happens when King Charles dies. And then, plot twist, Charles doesn't cooperate. In December, the King issues a health update saying his cancer treatment is scaling back and his condition is improving. Suddenly, the entire press narrative collapses. The succession playbook, shelved. The rehearsed coronation fantasies, postponed. And instead of relief, something else emerges. Disappointment. Because the truth is, a lot of people were ready for King William. And now they don't know what to do with him. Enter the Daily Mail royal editor Becky English, who recently published a lengthy piece outlining what 2026 supposedly holds for the House of Windsor. On the surface, it reads like forward planning. But between the lines, it's something else entirely. A quiet admission that the Waleses don't actually have much planned at all. Yes, there are mentions of tradition. Trooping the colour isn't going anywhere. Big ceremonial moments will still exist, because, make no mistake, William and Kate are traditionalists, deeply conservative, institution first, at least in theory. But here's the catch. Tradition doesn't require effort if you don't actually show up. We're constantly told that William and Kate represent a modern monarchy. But, what does that modernisation look like? Not reform, not access, not engagement. It looks like tweets. Instagram posts, sometimes misspelled. A staffer uploading a pre-written tribute, while the principals remain nowhere near the event itself. Why attend a veterans' commemoration when your office can post a graphic? Why travel when support can be expressed with a heart emoji? This is the great innovation of the Wales era. Maximum prestige, minimal presence. Let's talk about travel, because this is where the contrast becomes impossible to ignore. Kate, according to reports, has no plans to travel for work. None. Zero. But leisure? Oh, that's a different story. More ski trips, more yachting holidays, more Mustique getaways. William's travel calendar isn't much fuller. There's the World Cup, Earthshot, and that's about it. Not the Commonwealth, not British realms, not the people the monarchy claims to serve. It begs the question, how do you inherit an empire you refuse to visit? Then there's Forest Lodge, the move that raised eyebrows quietly, but, persistently. For a long time, King Charles and his team said nothing. No briefings, no pushback. Almost as if Charles himself was privately amused by how badly the move was miscalculated. The land grab, the optics, the isolation. But now, that silence is cracking. Because this isn't just about privacy. It's about withdrawal from the operational monarchy. William isn't isolating himself from the press. He's isolating himself from responsibility. And here's the irony. Someone is isolated, but it's not William. One detail buried in recent reporting is fascinating. William is apparently using Frogmore House for meetings just as much as Windsor Castle. Why Frogmore? Is it closer, or just quieter, more hidden? It starts to feel less like a residence and more like infrastructure, a separate ecosystem, a shadow palace. Isn't the Prince of Wales supposed to be supporting the King? Why does his work appear increasingly parallel? For all the tabloid hysteria about Harry building an alternative royal life abroad, it's William who seems most eager to act like a king in waiting, without doing the work of the role he already has. Let's say the quiet part out loud. William and Kate are not overworked. They are underperforming. They are routinely outworked by royals in their 70s and 80s. And yet the press bends over backward to frame their absence as strategy. Kate was allowed to avoid preparation, to refuse increased workload, to simply opt out year after year. If she had never met William, would she have worked after her degree? Even Diana worked as a nursery assistant. Instead, Kate's appeal may well have been her availability, her willingness to centre shopping, vacations and leisure over vocation. It made William look industrious by comparison, despite both doing far less than expected. They are well matched in mediocrity, equally self-indulgent, perfectly comfortable doing as little as possible. And here's the part no amount of PR can erase. This lifestyle is funded by the public. At a time when the UK is financially strained, when families are working harder than ever, two people live in unlimited luxury, offering symbolism instead of service. The press continues to sell fiction. The public is expected to applaud it, and the monarchy is quietly hollowed out from within. The question isn't whether William and Kate are ready to lead. The question is whether they've ever truly launched at all. So my absolute take in a nutshell is that it feels like Becky English is using a lot of words to say, well, they're promising to be keen in 2026. It will never cease to amaze me how much the Wales break the contract with the British people. They live in unimaginable luxury, and the pretense is they work for it and bring in tourism and charity to the UK. That has always been utter BS, as it's clear the royal family vampire sucks the blood out of the country and gives little to nothing back, but the Wales don't even pretend anymore. Kate worked 68 engagements last year. Imagine that. She and her worthless husband are just sitting there giving the finger to the British taxpayer all day long now, while the media tells the British public the Wales farts smell like roses and sunshine. It's just abhorrent. William and Kate are both the textbook definition of failure to launch, and it's really remarkable. I just can't understand why the Rota isn't shouting about it from the rooftops. So there you have it, squaddies. No spin, no fairy tales, just the facts laid bare. If you're tired of the fluff and want real talk, subscribe, hit the like button and turn on the notification bell because I'm not done yet. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this amazing channel. And as always, stay sharp, squaddies.